And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, I'm JP Brawler 2. And unfortunately, as the video does heavily imply, I'm quitting YouTube. But I don't want to go into too much detail. Long story short, YouTube ban out. If you heard of this, you know the drill. Just keeping up with daily content's just not my thing anymore. But I didn't really want this to be, you know, oh boo-hoo, all is over kind of thing. I wanted to instead just celebrate a bit of the past, what is now 10 years of me doing this. I've been on YouTube for 10 years now. I was in high school when I created this channel, and I never thought for a second I'd be doing this for 10 years straight. It is weird to think that I'm only 25, so for almost half of my life I've been doing YouTube. And now I'm finally saying goodbye, and that alone is such a weird concept. It's not been at the front of my life, but it's been there. It's going to be so weird not creating videos anymore, or at least on a regular basis. I've still got one more Let's Play I've got to edit through, and there's a couple more I'd still like to do, but I'm just no longer in a rush to get it out on time. The unnecessary timetable people give themselves. But it's just so weird to think that in the past 10 years, I've done over 2,000 videos, made just shy of 1,500 subscribers. And I even for the time made money from this. That was the coolest thing, by the way. To this day, I still can't believe that someone paid me money. Not much, considering I'm not, you know, a big YouTuber, but still, I was being paid to play video games, and that was just so weird, and I loved it. Unfortunately, it does have to come to an end. I've been thinking about this for the past few months now, and I just decided a bit too much is going on in my life now for this. I'm married, for starters, and as much as I'd love to keep doing this, obviously, just eventually have to let the good things go. And I'm going to be sad, but in one way it's going to be a huge relief, like a huge weight off my shoulders. I think I pressure myself to try and keep up with this daily schedule, but it's just not that worth it anymore. But instead of going on about all the negatives, blah blah blah, I just wanted to talk about some of the good stuff. For instance, I just want to talk about probably some of my favourite moments from these like past 10 years. As in, like, some of my favourite Let's Plays. Without question, the GTA 3 and Vice City, or without a shadow of a doubt, my favourite Let's Plays. Some of them. I have so many favourite Let's Plays, but those two are up there. Rob was in Burnley at university at the time, and you would always go visit him around middle of the year, where it wasn't too heavy for their exams, but you know, I was in work, he was in uni, so it was easy for me to get the time to go, and it was so weird. He basically had a penthouse. It's regular flats, so it's nothing too out there, but he basically had the penthouse. It was a massive room, and we were just able to have a right laugh about the whole thing, and I loved it. We marathoned through GTA 3, Vice City, and Red Dead Redemption. And we just had a ball doing it. If Danny didn't get his brand new job at the time, he would have come with us, and us three would have done GTA 5. And that's a Let's Play that unfortunately just never came to be. Because unfortunately, as time goes on, you know, you just don't see each other as much anymore, and you're not available, and when you are available, you don't really want to be spending your time that you don't see each other that often doing Let's Plays. Me and Danny, on the other hand, we do regularly see each other on a weekly basis, as and when we can. So that's how me and him have been mostly keeping up with this whole, doing this YouTube weekly thing, but I think just, unfortunately, when we're not recording, I'm editing, and it's just got a bit much. But along with that, some of my other favourite Let's Plays, SpongeBob was so funny. Just me and Rob singing Now That We're Men, just never gets old. Then Shrek, me and Rob also singing I Need a Hero. And with that one Let's Play I do find myself going back and watching over and over again has to be Seek and Destroy. It's one of my favourite games of all time, but me and Danny playing it, it was just a right laugh to go through. I just love it. But yeah, I've got many other favourite Let's Plays. Hogs of War was one of my favourite solo Let's Plays. And I feel like I want to say this. This picture of me in this whole avatar, just to give you a bit of history, this is heavily inspired. I actually mean it's a massive rip-off of the Sonic Heroes emblem. That's what it was supposed to be. That's why I put the smiley face underneath to somewhat hide the fact that it was a massive rip-off of the Sonic Heroes logo. And I just liked it. I just thought, ooh, a trilogy of characters working together. That's what me, Danny, and Rob do for this channel. And also, fun fact, my picture of the hat and the waistcoat, and that was, I wore that on my first date, one of my first dates with my now wife, Heather. I'd done it as a joke, but it massively backfired because I was mistaken as the waiter on at least 2 occasions. And it was Heather's roommate who took the picture. And I just loved it so much, and I just thought, that just looks so fitting for this channel. So I done that, and then made my character in GTA 5 Online match it. And GTA 5 Online, that was the peak of my channel. That was the peak time on this. That was when I just got my YouTube job. I was being paid to make videos. So I thought, if I'm getting paid, I'm gonna up the scale. So I did. I made us multi-screened, multi-perspective, multi-everything. Just more mics, more cameras. It was so much fun. GTA Online, editing that was a lot of fun. It's so weird watching back what you did, but then seeing it from their perspective. It's so weird, but I loved it. Specifically, the Mount Chiliad on the golf carts. I love that video. I can go back and watch that video anytime. I just love it. It was a right laugh. But yeah, that's... As much as I love doing these videos in the past 10 years, this is my time to say goodbye. And I want to thank you all for watching. Few people I'd specifically like to shout out one final time. YouTubers like Zach Rass, Nitex9199, Liam RND, just to name a few. But it was so good just to watch all these videos, be part of all these Let's Plays. With Danny, Rob, Meg, even that one time I'd done, like, when I'd done a collaborative Let's Play with other channels, Total Ginger, Total Gamerholic, Balanco, Ginger Bear Games. Just thinking back, I can't believe how much I've done in these past 10 years. And it's just amazing, and I've loved every second of it. But I think I'm starting to get past the point where that if I keep going on, I'm just gonna ruin it. And I'm kinda at the edge. I've loved it, and you never know, maybe one day I might be like, I'm actually bored of not doing it. So I do it again. But I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I've thoroughly enjoyed these past 10 years. But it's now time to say goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, one final time, thank you all for watching, and take care. And I can't really say I'll see you all next time, because I won't. Goodbye, guys.